Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
Yo, it's your boy Blitz.
And I'm your boy Blur.
Yo, coming at you with a little extra little something.
Yeah,
containing along the lines. I don't know if you guys remember our previous video, which I'm sure you do, because I'm pretty sure you watched it, liked it, shared it, and subscribed.
That's right.
I know that's what you did.
I know you did it.
Yo, and so what we want to talk about some more on this Deus Ex Cyberpunk kind of thing. We want to actually do a comparison. We're going to do a Deus Ex versus Cyberpunk prologue.
Yes, we have to do it that way because the only game that I feel that can compare to Cyberpunk 2077 is, what is it called?
Deus Ex.
I say Data X. He said Datus. So it's Deus X. And I think Deus X.
I'm only going by what they called the game when they made
Data
it.
X.
That's all I'm...
has been around for a long time. This is the 4th installment. So I think we wanted to sit back and really see, did Data X did it
Deus Ex do it right?
Did they do it right? Did it age good over time?
Yes. Now this game came out in 2016.
Right. So did it age good over time? And if they did do it better, what can CD Projekt Red do to make their game better now?
Steal everything from Deus Ex.
No, they can't do it.
All right. Little history note that you mentioned that. So Deus Ex came out in 2016. 2016 is when they officially started working on Cyberpunk.
That's the rumor. We don't know if that rumor is correct, but they said it was the rumor. So it might be right. It might not be right. We don't know.
Yo, also, we just want to put it out there because we know everyone done Deus Ex to death. I mean, done Cyberpunk to death, and might be looking for something else along that same line and genre. And believe it or not, Deus Ex holds up very well from a game from 2016. So
yes, it does.
Let's get this thing rolling.
Without further ado,
here we go. All right, so
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are ya?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
all right, so Deus Ex versus Cyberpunk prologue. Who did it better?
that's a hard thing, man.
It is.
It's a hard thing.
But I think we can do it.
I think from a polish standpoint, and we got some bullet points, but from a polish standpoint, when you get in the game, even when I remember playing it when it first came out, it looked good.
Yeah. Do you remember any glitches on it?
No, it had glitches. Like sometimes the gun wouldn't be there, like you're holding an empty gun. So it did have little bugs, little glitches, but it wasn't nothing.
Now bugs and glitches is different things. Bugs is little small things like it's fleeting. Glitches freeze up the whole game almost.
Well, I didn't have no glitches. I think it started on me maybe twice when I was playing the game because I was playing on my PlayStation, PlayStation 4. So it did do a couple of things, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't something that broke me out of immersion. But as far as polish, when you get into the game, it looks good. Even I played it on the PC version, and it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. So my thing is
almost got him speechless. It looks
yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you this clip right here.
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block us at the back.
Man, when he fell out the plane and the Icarus and he landed, dude, that's just it's just good.
Yo, just that alone
right.
should make you want to go out and cop this game from somewhere. Now, I don't mean steal by cop.
Yeah.
It's a little
So
disclaimer.
I think the polish was better. I think the intro definitely, the polish was there.
Did you feel like you got a completed game?
We're not gonna talk about it. We talk about the intro right here. We talk about the prologue.
Well, did you talk about? Well, all right, true.
We get to that later.
But it looked like they did their due diligence on that game.
Prologue, yes, they did. They did. They basically it left you like, okay, wow, this is gonna be a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a heck of a game, it made you want to go.
Feel like it's gonna be a heck of a game.
Okay, what we're gonna do before we get? Well, what do you like about the prologue before we get into the what's that?
Well, I feel that Deus Ex in this particular case did a better job, not just a polish, but just the fact that it gives you an you immersed into their world where you got a chance to jump in there and see all the different factors, and you got to meet a couple of different characters. I think Cyberpunk had a bigger story to tell.
Right.
The Deus Ex Mankind Divided is the fourth edition of the series, so there's a lot of build up to it, which evolves around the same character, so you got to know them very well.
I'm talking about the prologue. You're talking about the game or the prologue?
The prologue.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so in the prologue, that's when you get to know the character.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay.
So I think I don't know, because Jensen was super established by the time you get Mankind Divided. If you play the game for the very first time,
right.
If you look at it from that perspective, I think Cyberpunk done a better job at introducing you to the person in their world, depending on the person. So with that being said, let's get into the life paths.
Okay.
Let's do it that way.
Well, we're going to go to the worst life path first. The worst life path in Cyberpunk 2077 was the corporal.
Power PC, but your load time is seconds compared to my minutes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Mom Spaghetti. Yo, that's Eminem reference, 8 Mile.
V, you there?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here.
You gonna rinse it out the scene?
You alright?
Fine. Just...
I mean, that's a heck of a game.
Breather.
You start just throwing
Sounded
up.
like you blew your guts airlock.
Yeah. I barfed. It's just stress.
I barfed.
Esa
You gonna rinse it out
chava
the
te
scene?
va a matar.
Just leave it in the scene?
Probably took those pills.
How big is that daggone sink? You gonna get in it? Is that a tub? Yo, your corporate suit kind of hot.
Maybe I should have gotten a safe one.
My wife will
like you did.
Kind of tight.
Hey, at least I always know who's shooting at me. Sometimes even why.
I'm sorry, we're gonna stop talking.
Anyway, what's going on?
I mean, do you got a problem?
Is there a problem?
You may want to throw up in the sink too. You all blocking it.
We had a leak. My boss called. Dragged me in because we had to intervene. Everyone in Night City HQ is on edge.
But no way you're fucked, right? You're the one who fixes other people's shit.
Jackie, if you work in Arasaka counter intel, you're always fucked. Don't worry about me. I'll manage on my own.
PS5 you can do it.
All right, let's enter in. Man, look at the leather on that.
Turn some music on, man.
Please provide your destination.
Look at the leather.
You got the
Destination, Lizzie's Bar.
Noted.
What
En
in
route.
the Forest Whitaker is going on? This shit, man.
Woo! Hold on, let's look out the window.
Garçon, your finest bottle of Kool-Aid, please. They can't even sip it.
You know when you put it in there, it sticks probably most likely.
N54 News broadcasting with a breaking
Dude,
story
that
for
looks
you. A conference
fat
of the European
as fat
Space
cheese.
Council screeched to a grisly halt following a failure in a neural stabilization system.
Patrol Kim.
5 European
Patrol
Space
Kim.
Council members are dead, while 3 remain in critical condition.
Fourth wall.
Authorities
Man,
are
some of the
still
stuff you could
looking
just
into what
actually
might have
just
caused
read.
the shocking
And these aren't just like
The council
maps,
members were all
squares.
wearing
These are actual
biotechnical
renders.
devices. The corporation's
See the windows,
representatives have, as
reflections,
yet,
the sunlight.
refused to comment. Our reporter is on
That's
the scene.
nice, man.
We'll have updates on developments as the they come to light.
I wish I could.
Stay with
I wish I could have got
M54 News for the
a
latest.
computer with like a 3080 or something. The newest one come out.
Yeah.
I bet it had the ray tracing on here.
Oh, do it, man.
No, I can't do it on here.
So your body the science.
Hello, V.
Yes?
You know, like one of them
We
guys,
weren't scheduled
the
to
life
connect till
coaches.
the end of the
Remember they
week.
were up there praying after what's
Quantified
that?
Satori received notification of a somewhat troubling biometric reading. I felt I should call. Is
Does he even
everything
have
in
clothes
order?
on?
Everything's
Things
fine.
are dandy. Everything
I mean,
is.
look at the clouds.
Just think back to
Cloud?
our last session. The
Can you show
neuromotor
me?
relaxation exercises 3 times a day. They'll soothe and lift your spirit. I know this.
Sure, okay. See you later.
I mean, this look good. New job, get an upgrade.
See, I gotta look at the city from street
Amber
level.
Fox.
You way above everything. Look at you. Just enjoying the top roof. I ain't seen a rooftop since I was born in this city.
It ain't my fault you live in a concrete jungle. Slaughterhouse.
Big corporation is all about it. The whole city is covered in advertisements. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Come on, man.
That's called bottoms up. Does he have a knife in the fork? Oh my good lord.
Initiating landing sequence based on
Dude, they
user
could have
interface.
did something better than that, bro. Goodness gracious.
Hey, at least it wasn't like a live action person. At least they just did
All foods. I can read that, man. Oh, that's nice, man. I'm just pointing at the screen like they can see me point. Like, oh, look at that.
We have arrived at your destination.
Fuck's your problem, Psycho
He's a
Sue?
special dude.
This look like a landing pad to you?
Black boys.
Could have
Backstreet
fucking
Boys.
crushed us. Jesus Christ. Okay, no, hey, we ain't looking for no beef with you.
My neck and my back. My neck and my back.
Dude, this was down.
Always. Hey, you lost? Got a problem?
V,
Security for
is that
Justin
right?
Bieber.
Did Jenkins send you? Don't believe I know you.
You don't, but we know you very well. Jenkins assigned you a task today. You'll share all the details with us.
Oh, that body language says.
No, don't
I'm a
believe
tough guy,
I
I'm not
will.
threatened by you,
That's
or I
between
gotta
me
pee.
and Jenkins. Fuck!
How you feeling? Pretty sharp dive, huh?
The State Farm Insurance.
Your access to company networks is hereby revoked.
Wow, he took everything from
In
me.
2 minutes, any company cybernetics in
Hey,
your
move your
possession
hand.
will cease functioning. Give us the data you received from Jenkins. This will conclude termination procedures.
Grab his man bun.
How the hell did you find out?
That is not your concern. The data, now.
Kick him in the pea pod.
Information's on the shard.
Smart choice.
Yeah. They don't know it, but that's a switch game.
Yep.
Done.
With the formalities, yes. But I think Abernathy would gladly up our fee for ridding her of a piece of rot like you. Stand up. You're coming with us. Come on, move it.
Bennett. I think you fellas might have forgotten just how far from home you are.
Kick him in a fruit bowl.
Not sure this body is your style.
Wow.
Let alone a healthy option. Queda claro?
Is that a threat?
Well, you start shooting, maybe we join in, huh? Before you know it,
Cyclops from the
somebody
X-Men
might
ain't
die
playing.
today.
We have what we came for. It'll do for now.
Optic blast. You don't know me, S.A. You don't know me.
Dodged one there.
Let's go to the dance floor.
B, how you feel? You all right?
Like shit. My throat's like sandpaper.
Dude, I'm kind of upset right now.
I'm not sure I can breathe.
Oh, you're
It's like when my little primito was ditching drugs. Nasty chills, trembling hands, cold sweat, and
How does he
fighting.
does his hair like that?
Yeah.
Like an octagon.
Sounds
Crop
about
circles.
right.
It's like a Samurai
Hey.
Mr. T
Hey,
Chicano hybrid.
should I
I
get you to
don't
a
know.
Ripper? Or I guess.
lost all your
Maybe drama team's on its way.
TT policy's gone, Jack.
I can't see
so
none of
my
this stuff.
biochem controllers.
All that stuff that was on my
pad.
screen gone.
I mean, they've seized my
How
bank
much money did they
account.
actually take from you? Count it down.
Not frozen.
It started. It was like
Seized.
420-something thousand.
Yeah.
Jesus, these fuckers move fast. You sure you feel
Yeah,
okay though?
you know how much money I had? I was corporate, man. They took everything from me. I didn't even live the life.
You wasn't even high-end corporate. You was a desk jockey.
Yeah, but I
Give me
didn't
a minute. Get my shit
get
together.
to get a part. I didn't get to step foot in. I didn't get to buy nothing with none of the money.
That'd be that, Jack. Just lost
I
control
don't like
of my
that.
life.
Such as the corporate life.
Completely.
I'd say you got it back. You couldn't say no to them. So they said it to you. This is a turn for the better. You'll see. Besides,
He talking about it's a turn for the better.
everything.
I lost everything.
He's trying to be optimistic.
No, Jack, I lost everything.
Lost everything. Access to Intel systems, my pad, car,
My
contacts,
car.
every shred of credibility.
You lose everything. You got your own video game, so that can't be that
At
bad.
least you still got the eddies for the hit job.
You get to be a
Probably
star in
some
your own video
fat-ass chunk of cha-ching. Just right for a new start. That's
game.
right,
I want to put those
fool.
little circle tabs on his coat.
Buckle up.
I think it meant like a
Hey,
sound like a
hearing all
can of
right?
soda.
Look so hot. V!
Did you just catch me?
Hey, hermano. Your new life, it starts now.
And the reason why, because it really didn't go nowhere. You really didn't do nothing. You had all this money, you had all this prestige, and they took it all from you, and you just sat there. The longest part of that part was the traveling from your base to the bar. That was it.
And let me say something about that. Here's what bothers me with that. So you this corporal dude, some corporal suit, you know, you crunch numbers all day, and you...
He was actually like a spy or something.
Was he a spy?
He was in the field. Because you remember they said he called him out of the field and he was throwing up in the he was in the field. He was a field agent.
Because the thing that had me was like, I'm seeing this corporal dude and just talking about him, and then he gets out of the limo, he takes the limo to a basketball court for one, and he gets out and punks the basketball players, and they just like, oh man, I want no trouble, man. And I'm like, come on, dude. But you said he was a spy and he was in the field. I might have forgot that thought. That bothered me.
That was the worst intro. That was the worst intro of, to me, Cyberpunk 2077. I think the second worst intro to me was the Street Kid. It was just
technically your eyes were closed. Boom, there he is right there.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
A little anesthesia.
All right.
I mean, how's that a little anesthesia? What do you mean?
Not bad. The shirt is questionable. Take that shot. Take that to the head. All right. Look at the eyes and.
He look cross-eyed.
He still look weird. Cross-eyed. I don't know. All right. I'm gonna set my broken nose here real quick.
Everything chill, mano?
Yeah.
Some bastard tried to mug me. I handled it.
Let's check out this conversation.
Local guy.
You really think somebody local will try to mug me, Pepe?
Listen, V. I got a problem. Serious this time.
Alright, yo, let me just say that go hand is tight. And we're gonna try to pause while they're talking so you guys can hear the conversation, but that go hand with the cross on it is tight. Imagine him correcting his kids, like, you guys better sit down unless you want the go hand. They walking around the house with crosses stamped in on their foreheads for him backhanding them.
I guess him and Austin Powers are cousins, gold members.
Dude, I wonder if you can eject it like Snake and like slap a kid across the room. That'd be awesome.
Pay your bar tab or you will get the fist of gold.
You ain't lying. Alright, let's see what the problem is. Spit it out, sucker.
Come on, spin it. What is it now?
Oh, spin it, not spit it.
It's cork. I
Cork.
owe him. Don't pay by tomorrow, said he'd bust my legs. And he don't joke about that stuff. Got cartels in his corner.
You in it with Kirk? Every man, woman, and rat in Haywood knows he's a fucking shark.
My bro jumped the joint. Deserved a hero's welcome. I know I fuck up, V.
You ever gonna get wise, Pepe?
Oh, I ain't gonna get
At least
wise.
tell me your brother's doing all right.
Doing his thing, you know. So, can you help?
Yo, if he breaks your legs, can't you just get some more prosthetic ones? Be even stronger and faster, like the Steve Austin? And how much of his arm is actually prosthetic? It looks like he's just from the elbow down.
No, everything. I think everything is prosthetic.
He tattooed a prosthetic?
It might be like cow leather to make it look like it's human leather.
He said cow leather. Oh, we got our glitch.
Yep,
Here we go. We found our first glitch, everybody.
I'll talk to Kurt. But then
oh, baby.
V, been a while? Spin it. What you need?
Pepe asked me to talk you up.
Oh, dude, he sat on your leg.
Come on, man.
Tell him I don't play.
I ain't got room to think.
Not yet.
He put the gun on the table, giving me eye contact, and then he's daring me to touch his sandwich. He's gonna shoot me in the face. Is what he's doing. I'm gonna say,
what's your problem?
It's that meat.
And I ain't want to even talk to me. Dude, what kind of bodyguard puts his gun on the table so he can double fist a sandwich? Who guards your body?
I don't think, listen to me. I don't think he can do nothing with that gun because he got hamburger grease all over his hand. If he tried to get it up, it's gonna slip right out of his hand and shoot himself in the foot.
Dude, that might be right, dude. You think he's guarding dude over here, or he guarding the sandwich?
I think the sandwich.
All right. Got your hat to the back, looking like king and queen. Man, he got a life-size tattoo of a person on his arm. That's a big dude.
That's how big his arms are.
I can take him though. All right.
Oh, dude, he looks like the guy from the Lords of the Rings.
Oh, Schmeagol.
Schmeagol.
Dude, I think he just wears glasses to distract people from his
ears. His ears are huge. Like satellite dishes.
Dude, look like suicide doors on a car.
Yep.
All right, let's start on.
What's he owe you?
Afraid that's client confidentiality. Call it a lot. And leave it at that. Merry fucking Christmas.
All right,
cut him some slack, will you? He'll pay. Just need some more time.
Do I look like a priest that runs a charity to you? You borrow Eddie's, you gotta pay him back. With interest. It's common fucking knowledge. You suggesting I let a flaky cunt who can't keep a deal off the hook?
No, you let him off because it's me asking.
You know me. I'm a man of the biz. So I need to know what I get out of it.
To avoid trouble, punk.
Yeah, that's how you avoid trouble. That's some thick thing.
And what, Kirk? I sometimes get the impression you forget you aren't from around here. Pop into Haywood for the occasional visit, sure. But you live far, far away in Pacifica.
What are you getting at?
Getting at? You're probably needing to think before you start something with the local sun.
I'm open to other options.
He's like sticking his face in the burger. Is he
I mean,
kissing the
nose,
burger or is he eating the burger?
His nose?
Because he ain't taking no bites. I think he just like kissing it. I think that's what he's doing.
What's this?
Grab a look.
I asked you what this is, and you still gonna tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Cream ride there on the page. Only 4 of them in NC as of now.
1, Rayfield Regional Director. 2, Mayor Ryan. 3, a rental service.
And 4?
Number 4 will belong to my client, just as soon as you clep it for me, that is.
Well, look at that. Yo, these magazines with the live ad screens and everything, that's probably happening right now. No, matter of fact, it is.
Kinda in a rush here.
There are some platforms like that.
Dead is squared.
Of course. I'm a man of my word. You know that.
Appreciate the concern.
Take a look at the city.
I'd like that it didn't turn out like you expected, huh?
Went there without expectations, actually. Well, except that it'd be better than here. It wasn't.
Maybe it'll all work out for the best.
Oh, man.
Doesn't look that bad as far as the
It's not bad. I'm looking at some of the slight reflections on the window.
Yeah, I see it.
That's there, which is PS4 running this is not bad at all.
You can see the lights in the picture frame. Right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I can see my forearm in the window. I think that is. Yo, that dude pulling out a gun? Oh, there's no gun in his hand.
Stop the car.
It was supposed to be a gun.
What's going on?
I bet you're supposed to be.
Business.
That's a nice little Mad Max car he got going on there. So he said this is a nice little business transaction, and he asked me in my current, and this dude pulling out. Look, Marcus got
Sebastian's bar out. Looks like it's my lucky day.
It's like a Jamie Foxx mannequin.
To settle our biz.
Hey, guess what? It's tinted windows.
It sure is. You can see the difference.
So many of the little shits left around here. Their spines go soft when they look down a barrel.
Who was that?
No one important. He'll be gone in a week's time. Another will come in this place.
He pulled iron on you.
He did. And he will pay for doing so.
He will pay with his life.
Wow.
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. Because he'll be dead.
He gonna take his head off.
Pull up here. Right here. I'll just drop down below.
Here, before you...
Marcus, that's an illegal U-turn.
Your number.
Could be useful. Maybe we can also work together again. Take ourselves back 2 years.
Thanks, Padre.
Easy, but I just got out of a relationship, and right now I'm not really into dating anyone, so...
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
So go with God.
Go with God.
Indeed. Hey, Spider-Man!
You get the fuck out.
Yo, there's no real hole in
Get
the gun.
the fuck out.
I'm gunning it. Oh, man.
Fuck.
Billy Crystal.
Now out. What are you doing? Chingados.
Drop your weapons.
He got a flat tire.
There's not that much smoke in anybody's tire.
You're under arrest.
Head where I can see him. Nice and slow.
On the ground, motherfuckers, now!
Oh, did she have to say that?
That smoke. Where you get your tires from? David Blaine? That's a musician for you.
Jackie
Keep out there.
Wells,
You don't know.
my old pal from the hood. See you haven't
Sister
grown
girl
an
got you
ounce
down.
wife. Hey!
Look at the smoking light in there. It's not bad.
It's not, but they didn't have to make it that dramatic. Smoke don't stay around that long, especially from tires. Unless it's very dusty. I don't think it's that dusty.
Speaking of, your mug's familiar too. Come on, spit it
How
out.
about that?
Wait.
Pick the chatters.
Left
you
for
kind of
Atlanta,
respond.
looking for a slice of happiness. Guess you didn't find it. I've always maintained it's the same for all you termites in Haywood. Born here, live here, die.
Call this a termite.
Looks like I was right. Rat got your tongue?
Enough of the chatter. What now?
Getting booked. Gonna do a stint. Get it? Come on,
His last
Spence.
name.
Give us a
Not
break,
like
huh?
some high school went from rough for that dude.
You lock us up, I just jerk off till trial. And then what? Worst case, we get some months. Hell, standing room only
I
nowadays
can see
in
the
a
link
month.
on his shirt.
Oh,
I like the sound thing of when you turn away from him, he gets further away from you.
Ordinary street trash. Got him in custody, Mr. Fujioka. We'll be
Gold
taking him
vest,
now.
It's a
pink
waste
shirt,
of
gray
effort.
slacks, white
I
gloves.
have
with
no
gold
time
ring.
to testify or play it on an investigation.
Those dudes are huge.
Suggesting we let him go, sir?
I suggest you
What the
toss
heck?
them in the sea. Cuff legs broken so this trash doesn't flow.
Look at this dude. What y'all feeding them dudes upstairs?
Fuck.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her. I was talking to her. Ha ha!
That hurt.
That was wrong.
It was.
Right in my nose.
Oh my God, that was wrong.
They're right in my nose.
Oh my God, again?
Again with the nose?
Yeah.
It was just too cliche. It was more so like, okay, you do a job, you end up getting busted, you meet Jackie. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played it. And then you
shame on you.
Right, shame on you.
Well, actually, no, not a shame on you, because
smart of you.
If you probably wait until, because you can't even buy it on PlayStation right now. If you wait till 2022, it'll probably be the actual real release of the video. Anyway.
So, Street Kid to me was okay, but it wasn't.
Felt kind of cliche.
Yeah, it didn't really have too much action in it.
It wasn't new. It didn't feel like a new take.
It wasn't a new take. But now our favorite one, that we discussed it, and we came up to a unanimous decision, was the Nomad.
He threatened me.
The Nomad life choice.
Let me walk around with a windshield in my face.
User unknown.
Remove patch. What patch? Oh, I ain't even notice it. Bakers.
Electric coupling module.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
You're not allowed to throw your patch on the ground. You heard what the guy says. This patch ever touched the ground, you dead. Oh, wrong movie. I'm sorry.
It's not even a movie.
Yes, it is.
You goober.
Guess I was wrong.
Look at the
Can always look for another shop where they won't ask a lone nomad why he's hugging the border.
I'm going to pay you what we agreed. I don't think so.
That's fine. Step aside.
What? Got any idea what to do?
Huh. I'm gonna bypass the coupling and rig a hot wire.
Compressor will run on and on. It could seize out.
Did anyone ask
for your opinion, boy? Why don't you smack him?
Yeah, I'm trying to peep his body language now. You guys ever say?
Look me in my eye, boy.
With these hands? I can put the hands down.
I would.
Can I shut the hood at least? You'll be sorry. Upgrade. You'll be sorry.
Okay, let's see what happens.
It's like I was telling you. No. Not shabby at all. Question's how long it'll last you.
That'll get me to night sea.
Check the domes out.
And he wipes his sweat on your gun. It is a pandemic out here, man. What is he doing? USA! USA!
So it's just like they were opening up my house. It's so weird.
Room 2.
No entry. That's the bullet hole right there, dude. Look inside the door. That's the bullet hole.
Nah, that's probably one of the cockroaches. Let's get it.
Please sit.
I'll sit down, because I want to.
Papers.
Tell me what you want.
I know the rules. Everything's there.
It might be. It might not be. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, be all...
He smells the
cryptic
paper,
about what you
look at it. He smells the paper. He smells
What are you
it.
transporting?
You smell like
It's
a
all right
rat.
there.
He smelled the paper. I guess he wants to roll it up for a joint or something. That's why he did it. But it wasn't good enough.
Everything?
That's a camera right there.
There's one additional enclosure to the manifest.
There you go. That's a gift card. That's a gift card to Red Hot and Blue.
Ah, yes. Remind me, you drive for which nomad clan?
I don't think that's any concern of yours.
Is that what you believe? You know...
Stubborn!
B! Watch it! He'd hit that wall, he'd came on the other
They
side.
almost tagged our asses.
That's a brick
That what
wall.
you call smuggling?
See, is that reinforcement beam right there?
Supposed to go smooth. No
I
problem.
had 2 more payments. 2 more payments, and this car was mine, yo.
Don't you have insurance?
I hope so.
That look like Van Damme.
Hello.
Jaden Smith?
It's called Unleash the Beast. That's Jaden Smith.
Life.
No life.
If you think this is my fault, at least have the balls to say so.
I don't know yet. Is it?
Border security tipped off the corporation that we have their cargo.
What's the deal with these borderlies flipping us the finger as they fucking please? With no consequences.
He took a risk. He assumed we didn't have a clan backing us, and he was right.
So what now?
We've crossed the border. Now you pay me, and we go our separate ways.
I think. We'll poke it. And what we have here is an indigenous
some
reptilian.
money on it?
Now. I'm gonna pick it with a stick.
Think it'll make us happy?
And make sure it doesn't wake up.
Yeah, partner. We'll go halfsies. Any decent fixer will find a loaded gonk interested in a rare gem like this.
I wonder what's the point
It's
of
kind of a
all
shame,
those
though.
holes in this
I always
jacket?
wanted a pet.
Maybe so he can
Got the name
run
Manny
through
all
stuff.
thought out. Hey,
Do
by
you
the
know who I
way,
am?
You
juggernaut,
got any
buddy.
plans for what you'll be doing in Night City?
Why you ask?
Why do you ask?
Because I got this feeling you got a lot of time and nothing to spend it on. And NC ain't a city that lets you get by without buddies. But don't you worry.
Are you threatening me?
Let me help you find digs.
You threatening me?
You gotta live somewhere.
Say hello
It's important to have people you can turn
I
to.
know, right? Canolio.
You know, like
oh.
family. Maybe you'll find your own down in Night City.
I never said I
don't
needed
need you.
help.
Hey, come on, it's nothing. We got chemistry, you and me. Be a crying shame to waste it, partner.
Hey!
Holy crap.
Aw,
Oh wow.
cuddly little.
Was the best life path that you could get because it had something, you know,
A car, for one.
a car, you being there when the police guy show up and he's harassing you. You're getting a help from a friend. You go meet Jackie, and then you get to the place. You have to bribe the guard. We even tried to run past the when it says if you take any, you'll die. So we ran to get across the border.
Oh, the checkpoint?
The checkpoint, and it just killed us like 3 times.
You should have shown some footage of that. That was. Don't tell me what to do.
attempted unlawful crossing will be met with force.
Did he shoot you?
Yeah.
Did you get shot?
Nah, I just exploded.
You sure?
Yeah, it was going boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Shot me in the booty cheek.
I think if you would have ran around, you'd have been good.
All right, let's try it.
Dude, you got shot in the front.
Nah, that dude didn't shoot at me. It came from behind because it exploded in the front. All right, last time, y'all. This is the last time I'm going to do this. I just want to see. Jackie's sitting like, what are you doing, man? Trying to get me killed? Because the first couple of shots missed, so I think I can take him. Can I punch this dude?
Okay, hold up. Go, look behind you. So where's the gun shooting you at?
Oh, snap. Come on, top.
Yep. Ooh. Oh, so that's what happened. So what happens is, you know, so it was more intriguing. It was more like, okay, you're trying to get over. You felt kind of like if this paperwork don't go through, you get in there, the guy.
Yeah, you felt a little intimidated because
the guy.
This like it can go really wrong.
The guy called your gun a toy, and then you get in there, the guy's talking to you. You slid him the money.
Yeah, and that guard was talking all slick. Yeah,
and he took the money anyway.
People,
and then as soon as you get out of there, the people come. You in a chase. You're shooting. The car's blowing up.
He takes your money and sets you up.
And then you get to the place. Now, the downer part was it should have been longer. It should have been something that they were stuck out there maybe a week or two trying to get back to Night City.
Yeah, because it mentioned the whole thing about you breaking up with the tribe. It would have been kind of nice to see
all that.
Something, or not, if not all of it, at least.
So we think that intro would be better off suited to put up against Deus Ex prologue. That prologue to me had enough action, had enough intrigue, had enough intensity, just like the Deus Ex prologue. So we're going to put the Nomad prologue. No, is it Nomad?
Yeah.
Nomad prologue up against the Deus Ex prologue because I think both of them kind of two different things. But when you talk about action, you're talking about story, you're talking about introduction to the characters. I think the Nomad's prologue or intro, life path, is better than the other two.
Okay, so as far as Cyberpunk is concerned, we feel that the Nomad is the best life path.
Yes.
Or did a better job at introducing that life path. We felt that the Corporate was the least favorite one. Because you didn't really get a chance to interact in that corporate world as much. Street Kid was just so average. It was just average. You know, if you agree or disagree, be sure to leave a comment, and we do respond to all our comments.
Yes, we do.
But let's take it to it. Let's go there and compare the Nomad intro compared to the Deus Ex intro. I think that the Nomad intro was slightly better in the aspect of how it introduces you into that character and that world, so to speak. Now, Deus Ex intro was good, but if you played the game for the very first time, they do a 3-minute catch up for you between the previous games, so you know what's going on, which does help. If you pick it up for the first time, I think you can still really grasp what's going on.
Right.
I just think Cyberpunk Nomad Life Path was specifically designed to get you interested in the character and submerse into that.
I can agree with you. I think for me, it's still the polish of Deus Ex was polished better.
Yeah, it just catches you.
It catches you when you come down, the action. Well, we can go into that. The action part of Deus Ex was just when he comes down, he lands, and you're like, oh wow, he can do some stuff.
Oh,
you got to see his robotics or the augmentations really at play. Whereas in the Cyberpunk, you don't really get to see that.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been. I mean, even if you'd have had cyberware that was connected to his car to make him drive better, to make him react better, to do something better.
Yeah, you could have did some.
It would have been better.
His cyberware really wasn't a factor.
Right, it wasn't. But
the Nomad.
Right, but in Deus Ex, the action as far as coming down. Now I'm gonna tell you, you're right. The setup for Nomad was better. Finding Jackie, going from there, getting the paperwork that was supposed to be able to get him passed.
Yeah.
All that was a better setup. But when it come down to the action, it was just too quick. It was like on rails. You already knew what to do.
So Cyberpunk was story driven, but Deus Ex, because foundation was done in the previous games, it was straight.
And then they gave you, and then when in Deus Ex though, they also gave you enough powers for your augmentation, so you can get you, so you can be like, wow, I like these.
Yo, Deus Ex really, like if you compare action between the two, which one had the most action, Cyberpunk did an okay job, but it was mostly story. But Deus Ex was really a game that was driven by the cyberware.
Yes.
The intro was an excellent introduction to that because it kind of gave you, now the stuff that you have in the intro is minute compared to everything he can really do.
And we're going to get into that next week.
Yeah.
Really get in depth.
I think they only started you off with three special functions.
No, I think it's like 4, but then
4, it might be 4.
But then we'll get into why that goes down.
It's way more than that. There's some. I mean, he has cyberware he didn't even know he had.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. Wow. That's just prologue. We can't talk to you. But as far as action wise, you're right. Action wise, as the story of the prologue plays out for Deus Ex, you get more action. You get to sneak up on people.
It's pure action.
You get to run and gun if you want to.
As soon as you get out the plane and Icarus drop, and even in this, even in the prologue, you can see there's a choice between going lethal or non-lethal.
Lethal, yes.
Where they can give you tranquilizer.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
They can give you a tranquilizer gun, or they can give you
and this is not an illusion of choice.
Yeah.
You get more points for leaving somebody alive than you do killing them. It's called, you get points for mercy. So if you show mercy, it incentivizes you to show mercy.
Yeah.
It incentivizes you to show mercy.
And another thing that it really does and still comparing it to it in Cyberpunk is the fact that it's a truly stealth. They really pour a lot into the stealth aspect.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Whereas Cyberpunk originally had better aspects in stealth and takedowns and things of that nature, but Deus Ex completely, utterly nailed it.
Nailed it. And you get it in the prologue. It is. I'm telling you, it's. And then if you kill somebody in the prologue stealthily, and you don't knock them out, they make noise as they're dying, and that attracts guards. So you just can't, they be like, but if you just knock them out, there's no noise. So they put a lot of work in that. So I think action wise, I know Deus Ex got action. Now let's do this story wise. Now we got a little bit of story. Storytelling, getting you pulled into the story.
So storytelling, just from prologue, I would say Cyberpunk, because
you're right.
They really want you to be like, hey, who is this guy? Who is V? Why is V out here? What is a nomad? Why is he out here in the desert? Why is he not in the city? Why is he trying to make his way? How does he know Jackie? And
the only thing I wish they would have done is told a better story as far as where he come from, his clan, what he went through. I think that should have been before he met Jackie. How did he get there? Because that's the setup that we don't know.
So how do you feel with saying that? How do you feel that prologue story versus Deus Ex prologue story?
The prologue. I think the prologue story on Deus
Ex is deep.
Was deep. It is, but I think the setup was better on Cyberpunk.
All right, now we're just talking prologues.
Yeah,
we're not talking about the full game.
The prologue on Cyberpunk was better set up.
Okay.
Because it got you like, okay, I didn't like the way it ended.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Oh, when you crash.
Right, you crash into the barn.
Next thing you know, your car is gone.
Then the lizard comes up. I must say the lizard looked good, but I think the setup for getting to know the people were there. Because Jackie, you really got to Jackie's really a bum. Not a bum. He was really, because he wasn't going to pay you.
But Jackie is a anchor character.
He is an anchor character.
Instantly like Jackie. You kind of don't know what you get to him when you first meet him. But then after you kind of deal with him a little bit.
But Deus Ex had the Colonel, had the other guys talking to you on the way in, so you do get to meet some of the people and get to see them. But storytelling, I think Cyberpunk 2077.
I agree with
that. Got the story. I mean, to catching you first.
I agree with that. Okay, so with that being said, what was the most interesting character? Like, take V, put V in this side of you, put this V in the hemisphere of your head. I know you got plenty of room. Put V over there, and then get Jensen.
My head ain't that big, bro.
Well, your head ain't that big. Yeah, man, you can get all kinds of characters up in there.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
Yeah, cybernetics. It probably cost you $250,000. Big old juggernaut. Anyway, so
nothing can move the juggernaut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good Greek. All right, so
to me, I would
take V, nice and plain, and take Jensen, nice and plain. Which one is a better character in the prologue?
Okay, a snap judgment.
Just doing prologue. Yeah. Which one are you more interested in?
I think I'm more interested in Jensen.
Okay, I agree.
And the reason why I say that, because even if I've never played the original games, and I have, but just coming fresh off, Jensen. The only thing I don't like about Jensen is his voice. He sounds like a wannabe. I'm Spider-Man. I'm Batman. He's had that. I'm Batman. It's raspy. The only thing I don't like about Jensen. Now this is the thing. V has.
He was blown up.
No, listen to me.
His entire body was decimated.
Tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullet slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Seraph's money could buy. It took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer.
V has more personality. He's not a Connor.
No, he's not.
Jensen kind of reminds me of Connor a little bit. He has no...
Not as bad as Connor.
Not as bad as Connor, but he has no...
He's talking about Connor from Assassin's Creed 3.
Right. He doesn't have... Jensen is you start seeing him come alive when he starts talking to people in the game, where he gets to ask them different questions.
And we just talking about prologue.
Right. Prologue, I like Jensen character a little bit better.
Yeah. So, flat out, for me, would be Jensen, because Jensen seems like, to me...
Hold on before you say it. And then they allow you, even though you put all this time into making your character, you never get to bond and see what you got on. With Jensen, you get to see him in third person. You get You get to see his tight suit, his cyberware, everything on, with his glasses that go zip, zip. You get to see all that, so it brings you in. You're like, oh my God, he looks tight. I didn't make him, but he looks tight. I didn't have nothing to do with that build, but he looks tight. But V, even though you make V, you don't really get to bond with that character because you don't know,
Yeah, you don't get to like V until later on.
Yeah, that basically, right. With Jensen, I think it's an instant grab.
You like Jackie, like me, I like Jackie more than I like V.
I did, you know
and
what?
I was V.
I wish they would let V die and you can jump into Jackie's body and use Jackie for the rest of the game.
Maybe that'll be a DLC. They got to recoup some of this money somehow.
And I'm not saying V was a bad character in the prologue, but he had more charisma. But I think
V has like
but I think for Jensen, I think he was more deeper. I think he had more that like you got to dig to get to know me. I'm
Jensen
Batman.
Talked, walked,
yeah,
carried himself, and acted like he was a beast.
Yes.
The minute you meet Jensen, you think this dude is a beast, man. This dude, don't mess with this dude. You know. I think Jensen, if he was in a cyberpunk world, he would decimate. Now later on in the game, you get to see some other stuff that Jensen can do, and then you'll be like, okay, yeah, you might be right, Blitz. You might be right. You might think I'm just shooting on top of my head right now, but we're gonna show you some footage further in the game, and you're gonna be like, oh, this dude is a beast.
So I think interesting character. I think Jensen was a little bit more interesting to me, and I think for me, because I've played all the games. I've literally played all the games.
Yeah.
So even the old one, just called Datus, I played Deus Ex one. Then it was that one. Then it was Visible War.
Yeah.
And then it was the
Mankind Divided.
And then this one. I played all of them.
Oh, Revolution.
Revolution. Then Mankind Divided.
Yeah.
So I played all of them. So I think Jensen to me from Revolution to now, and even he goes back to Invisible War because he was one of them children. You have to all that. So
the story of Deus Ex if you take Cyberpunk and mix it with Metal Gear Solid, and throw a little bit of a Splinter Cell in there because they're anti-terrorist organization at some point, and then the government conspiracy and then all that, dude. It's.
But we're talking about prologue.
Yeah, doing just prologue. I'm sorry.
Prologue right now. I think the most interesting character for me would be Alex Jensen.
Okay.
Not because V is more charismatic, but I think there's an air about Jensen that you get to know. It's like a secretive thing about him where you don't know all. You know, you get the.
He's like that secret agent, type rogue.
I just don't like his voice.
Loose cannon kind of thing.
Batman.
All right, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So, think of a plate of your favorite chicken wings, right? You have one chicken wing left.
Okay.
And Jensen and V walked up to your table and was like, "Hey man, can I get that wing?"
I'm giving it to Jensen.
All right.
Because Jensen,
that's how we truly make decisions on game changes.
Because Jensen, he got the blades, man. I just like, don't get me wrong, the Mantis blades are cool, but Jensen can literally shoot his out. That's what. Look. Spoiler. But look, just
let me just say it. Let me just
no. Next week.
Let me just touch a little bit.
Next week. No, that's next week. That's week. I think both of them have pros and cons, but I think to me, Deus Ex prologue won out because it had more action.
Yeah.
The character might not have been as flashy as V,
but
and the story
character you like the character more.
Right, but the story was better on Cyberpunk 2077. The prologue story was better, but I think overall, if you add the action and what you get to do and how you get to test out things,
so a total out of a total picture,
I think Deus Ex prologue did it better.
Okay. I agree with that. We agree on something, which is crazy.
Yes,
we do. Deus Ex is an excellent game.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It gets. We'll get into it next week. But it does get boring. It does get kind of monotonous at times.
I don't think so. I've been replaying through it, for this video, and the side quests are interesting, and it loops into itself. And there's actual choices. Your choice actually affects
it does
what you do right then and there. Now, it may not affect the end of the game per se.
It affects the person.
But it affects how you
the outcome
get out of that particular situation.
And there's more than one way to get into place. It's like 5, 6. 8 different ways to get into place.
Look, you can just punch through a wall and negate all the hacking.
Right.
I mean, literally, punch through a wall.
But that's the game. We're just in prologue. So do us a favor, please. If you like this, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe because we're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to grow the channel. We thank you for those who have subscribed. We thank you for the ones who have been watching our last video.
On the wrap up.
On the wrap up and the video that's coming out on the prologue walkthrough. We thank y'all for what y'all have done. Hey, just please be with us. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so we can grow. Because we want to grow and we want to get better.
And also, if you guys want a quick little laugh, check out a little short, stupid stuff we put on TikTok.
Yes.
At Game Changers Entertainment.
Yes. So look, I'm your boy Blur.
I'm your boy Blitz.
And we thank you for joining us. See you soon.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you.
Peace.